So now in this problem, what we have to do is we suppose to show that I plus a is equal to I minus a into cos infinity. The first row consists of cos infinity and minus sin infinity. Second row consists of sin infinity and cos infinity. So the A matrix which we are given is equal to, the first row is going to be 0 and minus tan infinity. Second row is going to be tan infinity by 2 and 0. So to do this problem, let's first consider the LHS. So the LHS is going to be equal to I plus A. So the value of I is going to be 1, 0 and 0, 1, and A is going to be 0 minus tan infinity by 2 and 0. So we're going to add both of them. So in the end, what we're going to get is 1 and minus tan infinity on the first row, and the second row is going to have tan infinity by 2 and 1. So what's going to happen here is we're going to take tan infinity by 2 as t. So let's take cos infinity. So cos infinity, we know that for cos theta, the half angle formula is equal to 1 minus tan square theta by 2 divided by 1 plus tan square theta by 2. So for cos infinity, the half angle formula in form of tan is going to be equal to 1 minus tan square infinity by 2 divided by 1 plus tan square infinity by 2. Same way for sin infinity, we're going to have 2 tan infinity by 2 divided by 1 plus tan square infinity by 2. So now let's take LHS equal to I plus A. We know that we found out the equation before, so we're just going to, instead of tan of infinity by 2, we're going to have t. So it's going to be 1 minus t1. So like that, we're going to take the question, which is I plus A is equal to I minus A into cos infinity minus sin infinity cos infinity. So what's going to happen is we're going to substitute all the values which we found out earlier into the equation. So it's going to be 1 0 0 1 minus of 0 minus tan infinity by 2 and 0. And we're going to just substitute the value of cos infinity and sin infinity, which we found out earlier in the form of in the half angle formula, which is cos infinity is 1 minus tan square infinity by 2 divided by 1 plus tan square infinity by 2, and sin infinity is 2 tan infinity by 2 divided by 1 plus tan square infinity by 2. So we're going to just substitute all of them in the equation. So we know we earlier considered tan infinity by 2 to be t. So let's just substitute all tan infinity by 2 as t in this equation. So we're going to get this equation over here. So once we have this equation, what we're going to do is we're just going to subtract first what's in the bracket. So we're going to have 1 and t and minus t and 1. And the second matrix is going to be 1 minus t square divided by 1 plus t square. Second element is going to be minus 2t divided by 1 plus t square. Second row first element is going to be 2t divided by 1 plus t square, and second row second element is going to be 1 minus t square divided by 1 plus t square. So now what we're going to do is we're going to multiply the two matrices. So for multiplication, what we're going to do is we're going to multiply the first row and the first column, and we're going to get the first element of the first row. And to get the second element in the first row, we're going to multiply the first row and the second column. Similarly, we're going to multiply the second row and first column, second row and second column, and we're going to get this third and fourth elements. So now in the end, what we're going to have is we're going to have 1 minus, we're going to basically taking t outside. So we're going to have 1 in the first position, and the second element is going to be minus t into 1 plus t square divided by 1 plus t square. So you can cancel out the 1 plus t square and 1 plus t square. Similarly, in the second row, first element, we're going to have t into 1 plus t square whole divided by 1 plus t square and 1. So we're going to just cancel out the 1 plus t square and 1 plus t square. So what we're going to have is 1 and minus t and 1. So we know that infinity divided by 2 is also equal to infinity, right? So that's what we're going to do here. So basically tan infinity and tan infinity by 2 are the same thing, because infinity by 2 is also equal to infinity. So we're going to just write 1 minus tan infinity and tan infinity by 2 and 1, which is equal to your LHS value. So LHS equal to LHS, so that is your answer. So basically what we are going to need to know in this problem is the half angle formula for sine and cos, and how to multiply two matrices together to get the answer. So if you know these two things, so this problem is going to be very easy for you to solve.